Today, Traders Mindset Reset. It's Tuesday, day 2, front side of a new week and a new month. It's a non-farm payrolls week. Today, I'm going to talk about a couple of topics. We're going to answer some questions, and of course, we'll talk about the mindset of the trader. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is keeping things really simple. The theme that I've really focused on in the last few weeks, or tried to focus on for traders, is the idea of rinse and repeat. There's a lot of misunderstanding, maybe misinformation about rinse and repeat and looking for the same setups on any instrument. We have a new month and a new timing cycle, and what that effectively means, the simplest way to understand that, we'll be going over this in a video. I've gone over this recently, but I'm going to be putting another video out today of a simple rinse and repeat setup that we saw today on several pairs. Yen cross pairs, but I'm going to show you 10 different instruments from the last 12 months that have shown the same setups repeatedly, the exact same criteria for easy free cash. And that's my mindset. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I recognized a long time ago, after 25 years of trading and doing everything wrong that you can possibly do wrong in the markets, that all of a sudden the bell went off one day. There are days where it's easy to make a lot of money on. There are setups and days where it's easy to make a lot of money on. So why not find those or only trade on those days? Well, of course, if you're trading your favorite instrument doesn't give you that setup every single day. But those setups are there every week on different instruments. And that's the idea. That's the approach. Simple, rinse and repeat on setups that I virtually have zero stress, zero thinking, zero emotion, and almost zero chance of losing on, which I know traders don't understand that because they're trying to trade movement. I'm not interested in trying to figure out a market. I'm not interested in proving how smart I am. I'm just looking for the same setups. And if I can't find something that looks really simple and easy to make money on, I'm not going to try and take a trade. That's my mindset. That's exactly how I think. And when you're in those setups, you realize how easy it is on those days to make money, and if you're scaling it up in size, to make a lot of money. And there are setups where you can make a lot of money on that do the same thing over a larger time frame. 3-day setups. We can get a 3-week setup that offers us setups in between on the way to building that larger template, the monkey hammer. So that's the first part. Rinse and repeat, simplicity. I cannot emphasize simplicity enough to you. There are traders who just want to trade certain instruments, and there's no issue with that. Again, if you are making money trading anything, keep doing what you're doing. But I'm looking just to open up a bit more of the opportunity window for myself so that I can get the same setups over and over again on any instrument. That's all I'm looking for. And if certain instruments offer me certain setups on the day, I'm going to look to trade those. So we have a non-farm payrolls week. And of course, we've talked about this repeatedly over the last few years, that on the non-farm payrolls week, we can have templates that build into the non-farm payrolls, meaning that we're not going to see maybe a 3-day template. We're going to see maybe templates that build a box into non-farm payrolls, especially on certain instruments that are going to potentially be highly impacted on a non-farm payrolls event. So 2 things that I will look for in a non-farm payrolls week, 3 things really, are a normal template to build, just a normal dump and pump or pump and dump template to build, or a non-US dollar cross rate pair to offer us an easy free cash opportunity, whether it's front side or backside. When on those weeks, certain non-US dollar cross Forex pairs can offer us perfect textbook, easy, free cash setups. And the third criteria, which I always look for inevitably in every week, is an Asian session coil. Same thing, but an opportunity, a parabolic opportunity. Could be on non-farm payrolls Friday. We can get an explosive move on that Friday prior to a news event, whether it's on an Asian cross pair, maybe one of the metals. But yeah, that's a third opportunity. Now, if it gets too sciencey all week, that doesn't mean I try to figure it out. The last thing I want to do from, and this is, I'm going to say from experience, is get into a market because I want to get a trade. That is the number one way to do damage, and in some cases blow up your trading account. Remember the name of the game. The name of the game is to grow your trading business like an algorithm. That's all these are, the same setup. So if people are out there teaching you how to read the bars and the charts, I want you to think about this. If you're trying to read little bars and charts and catch moves and everything else, how will you ever put size on that? How is that a setup that rinses and repeats consistently for the trader and the market that can be scaled up in size? So I'm looking for setups, two types. The ones that I can take on a session, which are ACB, or even a session ACB. It's going to move and keep moving until maybe the gap time. But I've already locked in the profits. It's an explosive move. The second type of ACB is a market that is going to move for the entire session, a 3-day setup, perhaps. And then, of course, the granddaddy of them all is maybe we're going to get the monkey hammer, high of month or high of week to low of week or low of month opportunity, where we're going to get 3-level setup, whether it's 1,000 pips on an index, whether it's 300 pips on a metal. In some cases, we'll get 150 pips on currency. Some of the yen cross pairs can offer 300 pips on certain weeks. So rinse and repeat. I do not want stress thinking, I'm left, like Stephen told me, and I love this, leave your lab coat and briefcase at the door. And he'll often respond to me with certain things if we're going back and forth. He'll say to me, too sciencey. Simplicity is the name of the game. Scalability, simple, reproducible, scalable. So that video later today, I'm going to show you 10 different instruments, same setup in the last 12 months. Rinse and repeat. That's one setup, a variation of a pump and dump and pump template. So it's got to be simple. And simplicity is what helps protect the trader. Now these video series are always about the mindset of the trader. My mindset is constantly focused on, is it easy today to make money? Is this a setup that it's going to be easy to make money on? I don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't care what anybody else is trading. I don't care that anybody else caught a move. Is this one of my easy money-making setups that I'm building my trading business on? The purpose behind that is twofold: to make trading a pursuit of pleasure and a profitable one. And if you're hunting scalable setups, guess what? You only need a couple of those a week to significantly compound your trading account. Now, there's some hidden hurdles in there because we're all wired differently, and this is where the behavior and the mindset of the trader is paramount. And it's a daily process of having a growth mindset to continuously build yourself, build your mindset, build your muscle memory, build your skills, build your understanding of how to execute those trades in live time. Number one, how to find them, how to have a watch list or to narrow it down each day to find one or two, or every couple of days, one or two that are going to offer you simple, easy, free cash, whether it's going to be an all-in, a nail and bail, or hold till close, whatever that is. Now, non-farm payrolls week, if we get a couple of great opportunities prior to Friday, guess what? Guess who's not trading on Friday? We may have a market that sets up in a perfect template to close out the week after non-farm payrolls. Could be on an index, could be on a metal, could be on a currency. If it's not simple, why would you want to trade that? That's what I say to myself. Is it simple? Is this something I recognize is one of my rinse and repeat templates? I'm not counting pushes. I'm not counting little bars, zigzags, and If I have to think about it, then there's a problem already. There's a problem already. It should be a template that sets up with certain criteria. How is it behaving into the timing window? Does it give me the textbook opportunity that I'm looking for? If not, come back tomorrow. I usually don't come back later. I'm not interested in sticking around past the timing window. Very rarely. There are some rare occasions, but I know that between Asia and the US, I'm going to get one or two perfect ones every single week. There is one. And in some weeks we get one every single session. Today, copper was a perfect template. And the important thing to understand with a new month, just like a new week, a new day, a new session, is that is when we can see explosive moves. We had a first green day, the first trading day of the month, and we saw a nice coil from peak formation low in Asia peak formation high in London, a higher high on top of the lowest closing price of the previous month, an explosive parabolic move that took out all the lower level shorts from the previous month. Over in 30 minutes. Simple. That's how trades should move. Rinse and repeat, scale it up in size. That's it. So keep it simple, but we're on the front side of a non-farm payrolls week. Do not get yourself caught into a science project. We're just getting started. Monday, Tuesday, we have 10 a.m. major red news again tomorrow on Wednesday. And that's midpoint range of the week. Then we're heading into non-farm payrolls. So keep it simple. And if you can't find something that's simple this week, don't worry about it. Don't feel like you've missed out. Don't feel like that you should have had a trade. Today's video will help, I think. It's really important that you do not do anything just to catch a move or get into a market, or everybody's posting they got trades, but so I got to get one too. Don't worry about that. Which setup do you understand? Rinse and repeat, keep it simple, and make it a pursuit of pleasure. 2 pieces of homework. In closing, which major currency pair closed the month in breakout? And then number 2, the second thing to consider is which instruments closed the first day of the month in breakout? And then how did those markets set up today in the session that you were trading? Was there an opportunity? Did any of those instruments offer an opportunity? Just a little way to build your watch list for potentially the best opportunities. Keep it simple, traders. Have a great day. Get out and enjoy yourselves. We'll see you in the next video later today. Have a great day, and may the markets go with you.